So here's my kit here. Got the reservoir right there. And I'm just slurping everything I can. Try that, but get this out of the way. Just keep doing this until you got everything, I guess. Hopefully this never happens to you guys, but there we go. So here's the oil I collected so far. It's not strong enough to soak everything in there, so I'm gonna have to kind of clean it up, and then we'll do the hand cranking part. Moment of truth. Alright, you guys, so getting dark here. I've cleaned off the I guess the I forgot. I don't even know what to call this anymore. Intake valve stuff. Here, cleaned it up best I could. You guys can see right there. Right, other side too. So now I just put a 22mm socket in there with a brake rubber. I had to take off the oil cooler for the supercharger, and I've been trying to crank it. So far it is cranking, so it's doing full revolutions, which is a good sign. But still got some oil pickup over there. I guess I'll show you guys what's happening when I'm cranking it on the valves. You can probably see I'm open. I'm gonna put my phone down here. No idea what's the best way of doing this. Put this on top. That's the best I can get it. Put that in there. No. So I guess this is here. There we go. So, sorry, but that's the best I can do. I'm gonna go ahead and crank it. 2, 3. It gets harder because of the compression. So I think that's a good sign. Yep. So opens up a tiny bit, or big bit right there. So definitely a good sign there. So as you guys can see here, as far as cranking it, so it goes. So it does get hard after a full revolution because of the compression, I think, air. So just take it easy. I'm not trying to force it, but maybe a big chance that this engine is still very well alive. Alright, so I guess I'll clean this puddle up here. So it's already getting dark. Probably try this again tomorrow. Clean up the engine, change that PCB valve for sure, and we'll go from there. Oh, and bonus footage. Get in the car here. If you guys are ever in a pinch, I guess, before turning the car over, you do need to put it in neutral, like I have right here. So the way I do it, or the way I did it at least, is usually cars have a safety kind of thing here inside. In this case, it's over here. Usually they're hidden, but I have the battery off, so I couldn't just turn on the car and put it on. And also I didn't want to turn it on because I don't remember which one my fuel pump switch is, and risk having fuel spew out everywhere. But yeah, so just this thing here, you kind of just take that off with a flathead, took it off, and then you can get a stick of some sort. I used an Allen key thing. Press it. I'm gonna go put it in park right now because I'll do this one-handed. Okay, so press it down, and then you can put it in park. There you go. So yeah, right, just like that. There you have it. So I'll probably see what I can do tomorrow. Put the car back together and see if it'll crank up. But overall, kind of bummed. I didn't watch out for that. I looked at the PCV valve. I'll show you guys that in a minute. But yeah. Alright, so looking at the PCV valve here is the Verus one. You guys can see it's just an open valve. I'm not too sure how it works. I guess when you plug that in here, something to do with vacuum and pressure and stuff. I guess they kind of counteract each other, and that way it doesn't, you know, suck up oil. But for the stock one, which I didn't put, shouldn't have put it. Where's the stock one at? I was playing it with it here somewhere. Let me go find it. Pocket. No. Oh, I have it in the car. But for the stock one, let me go get it real quick. So looking at it here, there is like some sort of a check-in, or actually it is a check valve there. So lets air passes through one side but doesn't, or lets anything passes through one side but doesn't the other side. But the stock ones are usually weak, and people usually swap them out for the STI ones. So I put this in the car, and I was blowing into that hose right there, and there is a little bit more, or there is a lot more resistance than the open end one like the Verus had. So that's probably why, you know, manifold just sucked in all the oil in that. I think it's called crankcase or something. But yeah, so lesson learned. If you guys are trying to do the same thing, make sure you have something to prevent that. Alright, so it's the afternoon the next day now. Doesn't really look like it because it's really cloudy, but so far good progress. Cleaned up as much as I could in there. Puddles of oil probably just burn off when I turn on the car, if it works. Hopefully it works. But as far as the manifold, I've already de-oiled it somewhat, put some degreaser in there, and I just gotta dry it. So I took out the map sensor, the O-rings here, and also the O-rings for the injectors. So yeah, I'm just gonna get going. Take on this thing, the outside and inside. It'll probably help it. It's upside down. I figured it's a good time to show what's under the manifold. I made a video before about clamping them. So what you actually clamp is, also for those who don't remember, or those who are curious, this arrow here means it's going to the manifold. So I forgot that, I had to look it up. But yeah, so you clamp them because these are originally unclamped. And when they're unclamped and you're running force induction, more air is coming in, and they just basically can blow off the hoses off. So it's able to clamp them, make sure you have no problems in the future. And if you guys are taking your manifold, might as well do it, right? Even if you're running stock, just so you know you don't have any kind of boost leak or some kind of leak in your system. And this one right here is actually in the car. I already clamped that over there. There's 2 clamps, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4 clamps you have to do. And once you do that, keep your system all leak free. So one final check before I put the manifold in. Don't forget your O-rings right there. I'm cleaning them up right now, getting them degreased too. And let's see. So as far as everything else, don't forget those paper towels, because that got sucked in. It's probably over too. So I put those just in case something falls through. Right? I don't want anything getting in there worse than oil, I guess. But take those off. As far as anything to plug in, it should be all good. It'll help when you do the PCB belt right there. I put the stock one on. You do put the Teflon, I put a Teflon paste on it and let it sit for around, I think 12 hours. So recheck on that and then tighten it, because it's always a pain in the butt. Tighten that, so tighten it while the manifold's off is actually pretty nice. And then as far as everything else, nothing really to plug in. This will go to the map sensor, this goes to the throttle body, the MAF sensor, and then the solenoid. So yeah, take those off, do one final check on the valves, make sure nothing's in there, and then put the manifold on. I'm also connecting everything one by one just to make sure that I don't miss any kind of connection under that manifold, because it's gonna be a pain in the butt to actually take out because of where all the bolts are positioned. So I'm just gonna go through that. I still got the manifold down now. So you guys can see I am using a power tool. I've got these for a good deal too. This one was around 120 I think with the battery. And I have it set to the lowest setting, so I'm not really using this to torque it, but I'm gonna go get a torque wrench and torque at the spec. Alright, so wrenching. Putting in the throw body. Oh yeah, no pliers. There they are. Don't forget your O-rings. O-rings. Clean this up too. It's filled with oil. Finally got the port injectors in, bolted in. Well, still got to torque them, that's right. And but other than that, I'm gonna pull out the fuel pump and see what the starter will do. Hopefully I don't hear any like bangs or pops, because that means burnt or bent rods, right? I think. So yeah, here we go. Alright you guys, so here is for the startup, I guess. Whew. Now let's see if we kill this engine or not. So far I have the fuel pump pulled out of the fuse. So far no strange noises. Okay, that's a good sign. So I'm just kind of clearing out whatever else is in the valves. Try to start it, open the valve, exhaust valve, so whatever oil or something in there leaks out. But I'm gonna go ahead and put in the intake manifold. Or did that. I'm gonna put in the one of the pipes with the map sensor and start it off without the supercharger. Go from there. So far so good. Alright, so here's where I'm at. Got this one thing here cleaned up. So what I'm thinking is probably just gonna start it up because I'm really curious to see the smoke and everything else that's gonna come out of this car. Hopefully also no knocking when I start it. But I'm curious to see if it'll even run at that point before cleaning everything up. I don't remember in the beginning of this I guess series of videos, did I say I was gonna just take off the supercharger? Because I'm thinking about that. Since I am taking off all the couplings and stuff, I was like, might as well take off the supercharger and get it back to fully stock. But really want to smog it with the reason why I want to smog it is for the, I guess, the next buyer, to give them input on what to kind of show the smogger, because I do have the little sticker, right? But I want to see if it actually passes smogger, how complicated it is. So again, me being me again, trying to get experience in that area, see what smog people usually look out for. But yeah, I'm gonna put back the injector stuff over there. Just ground it a tad bit here. And other than that, I'm thinking these hoses can stay unplugged. There is gonna be what's so-called a vacuum leak, but just want to be able to clear out everything inside it. Hopefully, big chance the engine will run though now. So yeah. Alright you guys, so got the fuel pump fuse in. It's gonna be the first startup now after the incident. So here is to a Happy New Year's. She does die, but she does start up and no rod knock. So I'm guessing I'm just gonna do that a little bit. Get all the oil out of the exhaust, I guess, because this whole garage is gonna smoke up. Yeah, let's try that one more time. Yep, smoke. There's the smoke show. Alright, so this is my second start. Less oil this time. Looking like a Subi vape shop here. Probably just keep going on it till I connect everything, clean everything up, and let it idle for a bit. Also, put in some oil, so I gotta do that the first start. Shouldn't be that bad. Adding some oil should be good now. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and drive this out in the driveway in neutral and run it a little bit. See if I can smoke out that oil. Burn that oil in the exhaust. Hopefully, I mean, if I don't finish today, I don't know, I'm gonna get this back in the garage. I guess it's gonna stay out. Alright, here we go. A little bit more. Yep. You guys are wondering what that looks like. Man, I feel so bad for the neighbors. That thing is just like going around the back of the house because of the wind. But I don't know how else I'm gonna clear this out rather than let it smoke out. So I went out for a drive because the smoke was just, it was a lot more than this. But it was too much for the neighborhood. I didn't want anyone calling the cops or the firefighters because it looked like fire. But driving the car, I am having misfires on cylinder 2, which is bad because that was the block, or no, that was the valve with all of the oil gone, so probably clogged up the spark plugs or maybe blew a head gasket there. But the smoke right now looks like it is oil because of the residue here. It's not coolant. It doesn't smell like coolant. Coolant would be more it would be more sweet smelling, but this one smells like oil. So I'll keep driving it around, get rid of this smell so that I can at least work on it in my garage, or else it'll just start up like that every time. Never had a car that had a blown gasket before, or head gasket before. I'm assuming that's coolant leaking out, right? But right now it looks like coolant temperatures are okay, but probably a small leak. I don't know. Hopefully it's not that. Hopefully it's just the spark plugs being clogged up, and I'll see what I can do from there. I had a feeling I was gonna get stopped today, and guess what? Yep,